pleasant day, everyone. We are from the Medical Laboratory Science Department, Group 2-4. Right now, our team wants to address an issue which is costing us valuable time and resources. Today, we present a solution called Project Tubig through our Jetmatic water pump system. The goal is to install a Jetmatic water pump system, allowing us to address the scarcity of water sources. But before we dive into details, let me introduce the members of this group. Yours truly, Ashley Shapo, the leader of this group. And these are Tanya Bontigao, Ella Petilos, Fiona Mondragon, Kirsten Samantha Co, Regina Santa Cruz, Irish Zafra, Christine Odonio, and Christine Palad. For this project, we chose Barangay Baclayan from the municipality of Daram Samar. The barangay consists of small households that reside along the coastal area of the island. This rural village lacks the basic infrastructure lifelines that are accessible in the mainland and needed to travel through the sea to acquire those resources. Due to its geographical location, it is vulnerable to typhoons. It also relies on open water surface and boat delivered supplies. That makes it unsustainable. These reasons made Baclayan a suitable target to install a Jetmatic water pump system that would guarantee water sufficiency. Moreover, this project is entitled Project Tubig, Improving Access to Safe and Reliable Water through the Installation of Jetmatic Water Pump System. This project aims to provide water supply with stability and sustainability. This would allow livestock farming to satisfy the hydration demands while improving the sanitation standard for fishing industries rather than wasting hours of manually hauling water. Residents can reinvest their time through this. Overall, this intervention will ensure the safety of the public health against waterborne illness and creates a climate-resilient water supply. Now, let's deep dive into the background of the project.
Good day, everyone. I am Fiona Mondragon, and I will be discussing the background and rationale part of our project proposal. So to start, according to World Health Organization or WHO, access to safe and reliable water is a basic human right and is essential for public health, sanitation, and community development. However, Barangay Baclayan, a rural coastal community in the Samar, has a limited access to clean and safe water, making residents more vulnerable to poor hygiene and waterborne diseases. So to further explain what this means, this slide presents the current situation in Barangay Baclayan. Even though access to clean water is a basic human right, many households in the community still experience difficulties obtaining a safe and reliable water supply. As a result, residents may face challenges in maintaining proper hygiene and sanitation, which can increase the risk of developing a waterborne diseases. This existing problem serves as a foundation of our proposed project. Project Tubig proposes the installation of a Jetmatic water pump system to provide a sustainable and reliable water source for the community. The project aims to improve access to clean water, promote proper hygiene, reduce water-related illness, and enhance the overall quality of life of the residents through collaboration with the local government and the community. Based on the problem presented in the previous slide, this is where the rationale of our project comes in. Our project focuses on providing a long-term solution instead of just addressing the problem temporarily. By installing a Jetmatic water pump system, we aim to ensure that residents have consistent access to clean and safe water. We also expect this to improve sanitation practices, reduce the occurrence of water-related illness, and enhance the community's overall quality of life. With the cooperation of the local government and the residents, the project can also be properly maintained and sustained over time.
For the objectives of the project, commencing on the mission to address the lack of consistent, centralized water supply, the Project Tubig, improving access to safe and reliable water through the installation of a Jetmatic water pump system, progresses through a series of strategic plans. It aims to manage this fundamental public health and infrastructure challenge by installing a robust Jetmatic water pump system, establishing a stable, climate-resilient foundation of the community's health, household needs, and primary livelihoods in farming and fisheries. For the number one, enhance public health and safety. minimize the exposure to waterborne contaminants by shifting the reliance of the residents on open wells to a sealed, protected groundwater extraction system. Open wells or balloon are highly vulnerable to surface runoff, bacterial contamination, and coastal saltwater intrusion. By transitioning the community to a sealed Jetmatic pump system, the project protects the groundwater from external pollutants, drastically reducing the risk of waterborne illnesses among vulnerable demographics like children and seniors. Number two, establish a community maintenance framework. Train local barangay officials and residents on the regular maintenance and repair of the Jetmatic water pump to ensure the long-term operational viability of the system. Long-term sustainability relies heavily on local ownership by equipping barangay leaders and residents with the technical knowledge to troubleshoot and maintain the mechanical pump. The community will not have to rely on external technicians for minor repairs, preventing prolonged system downtime. Number three, improve daily water accessibility. Reduce the manual work and time spent by the residents gathering water from traditional open wells by placing the pump system for the improved communal access. Fetching water manually from open wells is a physically demanding task that disproportionately consumes the time of the women and youth. Strategically centralizing the Jetmatic pump cuts down travel and waiting times, streamlining daily household chores, and allowing residents to allocate their time to education, childcare, and livelihood activities. For the number four, provide a consistent water supply. Install a heavy-duty Jetmatic water pump system to secure a reliable, year-round source of water that is resilient against seasonal changes and drought. Traditional wells in coastal regions often dry up or become muddy during seasonal dry spells. This objective focuses on tapping deeper, more stable groundwater tables to ensure that Barangay Baclayan has a continuous uninterrupted flow of water regardless of changing weather patterns or dry seasons. Lastly, number five, support local economic livelihoods. Supply a dependable water source to support the barangay's primary agricultural, poultry, and fishery operations, boosting overall community productivity. Since the economic backbone of Barangay Baclayan is built on farming, backyard poultry, and fisheries, water scarcity directly limits economic output. A steady water supply ensures that livestock remain healthy, small-scale crops are irrigated efficiently, and fishery-related cleaning processes are sanitary, directly improving household incomes.
Good day everyone! I'll be discussing the target beneficiaries of our project proposal. Our project is Jetmatic Water System is intended to help different groups in the barangay by providing them with a reliable and accessible source of clean water. First are the household in the barangay. They are our main beneficiaries because water is something they use for every day, for drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning, and other household needs. By having a reliable water supplies, family can practice better hygiene, lower the risk of water-related disease, and improve their overall quality of life. Second are the livestock farmers. Since they also rely on water to take care of their animals, having a dependable water source will keep their livestock healthy. It can also make their daily work easier and improve their productivity and income. Third are the seniors and persons with disabilities or PWDs. Some of them may have difficulty fetching water, especially if the source is far from their homes. Through this project, they can have easier access to the clean water, making their daily lives safer and more convenient. Fourth are the students and children. Clean water is important for drinking and maintaining proper hygiene. Having access to safe water can help them stay healthy, reduce illness, and avoid missing school because of water-related diseases. Fifth are the local businesses. Small business like sari-sari stores, eateries, and laundries also need water for their daily operations. A stable water supply can help them operate more efficiently and avoid interruption that may affect their income. Lastly, the entire barangay community. Even though we identified specific groups, everyone in the barangay will definitely benefit from this project. Having a sustainable source of clean water can improve public health, sanitation, and overall quality of life in the community. Those are the target beneficiaries. Thank you.
In order to make this project a success, we've prepared a 3-week strategy plan for the Jetmatic water plant system. The first week consists of planning and community preparation, wherein we will first meet with local officials and engineers in order to secure a permit for our project, and to finalize the installation site by conducting an initial site assessment on the area where the project will take place. Aside from that, we are also going to distribute information materials such as flyers and posters to residents, as well as conduct seminars for the local barangay residents to know and understand more about the advantages and the use of the water pump system. The second week would be for installation and testing of the Jetmatic water pump system, wherein we will be conducting the final site inspection with local officials and engineers to prepare for the installation. Once installed, we will then perform trial runs in order to ensure and evaluate that the water pump is functioning well. The last week would be for turnover and evaluation. The recently installed Jetmatic water pump will now be launched and monitored by gathering community feedbacks. The residents will also be trained on how to properly use the Jetmatic water pump system. And finally, this project will be turned over to the barangay for long-term use and management.
Now, let's proceed to our project management. A sustainable clean water pump system will be implemented in Barangay Baclayan, Daram, Samar. The goal here is simple: to provide dependable access to clean water for residents. It will primarily serve low and middle income families living in barangays coastal and rural areas, including children, teenagers, adults, and senior citizens. By improving water accessibility, the initiative aims to reduce the challenges caused by water scarcity by promoting better health, sanitation, and overall quality of life.
For the project overview, the system will be installed in a centrally located communal area to maximize accessibility and benefit the greatest number of residents. The installation will be carried out through the collaboration of barangay officials, project organizers, and local engineers to ensure proper construction and efficient operation. This coordinated effort will help deliver a reliable and sustainable water supply that supports the community's daily needs.
Moving on to our conceptual framework. This is Figure 1, the Jetmatic water pump system, or what we call Project Tubig. As you can see, the process starts on the left, where water is safely extracted from a groundwater well. It is safely drawn using a PVC suction pipe, secured by a foot valve to prevent water from draining back down. It is pumped through a 1 HP Jetmatic pump system equipped with safety circuit breakers to prevent electrical issues. Then a series of check valves and gate valves to ensure smooth flow control. The clean water is pushed into a distribution pipe that feeds a public 2 to 4 faucet station. We chose this specific design because it is sustainable, easy for the barangay to maintain, and provides an immediate solution for daily household and livelihood needs.
Now that we've discussed the conceptual framework, let us move on to the project outline. The first one will be the project planning. Project planning involves coordinating with barangay Baclayan officials, project team members, and local engineers to establish a clear implementation plan. This ensures that all activities comply with project requirements and align with its objective before the installation begins. The second one is the permission. The project team will secure the necessary permits and approvals from the municipal and barangay authorities to authorize the implementation of the project and ensure compliance with local regulations. The third one will be community approval. The community assemblies will be conducted to present the project, explain its benefits, and obtain the support of Barangay Baclayan residents. This consultation also ensures that the community understands the water pump's purpose and expected impact. This helps ensure transparency and encourages community participation throughout the project. The fourth one is the mobilization. Once approvals have been secured, project personnel will transport the required tools, equipment, and materials to the designated site. This space prepares all the resources needed for the installation process, where all the necessary tools, equipment, materials, and personnel are transported to the project site. This ensures that everything is ready before construction starts. And for the fifth one, site preparation. The selected installation site will be inspected and prepared by the project team in coordination with licensed engineers to ensure the area is safe, accessible, and suitable for the installation and operation of the Jetmatic water pump.
Number 6. Jetmatic pump component preparation. In this phase, the required Jetmatic pump components will be organized and prepared before installation. Each part will be checked to ensure it is complete, compatible, and ready for assembly. Number 7. Inspection. The project team, together with licensed engineers, will inspect the electrical and mechanical components to verify that they are free from defects, properly sealed, and in good working condition before assembly. Number 8. Jetmatic pump assembly. After passing inspection, the pump components will be carefully assembled according to the manufacturer's specifications to ensure proper functionality and durability before installation. Number 9. Jetmatic pump installation. The assembled Jetmatic water pump will be installed at the designated water source by the project team. Proper positioning and secure connections will be ensured to prevent leaks and support efficient water distribution throughout the community. Last but not the least, for number 10 is the performance testing. Once installation is complete, the system will undergo performance testing to verify its efficiency, reliability, and safety. The pump must consistently meet the community's daily water needs before it is officially turned over to the Barangay Baclayan.
So I'm Regina Shane Vicenta Cruz, and now let's discuss the project proposal of our project Tubig. So to successfully install the Jetmatic pump system, the project requires different resources, including the materials and equipment, the electrical materials, labor and installation, transportation, project administration, and of course, a contingency fund. So as shown in the diagram below, these components work together to provide the community with safe and reliable access to water. So now let's move on to the first category, which is the materials and equipment. So as stated below, we have the estimated cost for this category. So this includes the 1 horsepower Jetmatic water pump, the PVC pipes and fittings, valves, faucets, a protective pump housing, and construction materials like concrete, sand, and gravel. So for the subtotal estimated cost for these materials and equipment is 20,600. So these are the essential components needed to build a durable and functional water system. So for the next slide, we have here the two tables for the estimated cost for both electrical materials and the labor and installation. So for the electrical materials, we included the electrical wires, a circuit breaker, and electrical conduits to safely power the pump. So um, for the subtotal of this one, we have the total of 3,000. And then for the labor and installation, we allocated funds for a licensed electrician and a plumber or water system installer to ensure the system is installed properly and safely. So that's for the total of 6,000 pesos. So for the slide 4 of our project requirements, we have here the table for the estimated cost for the transportation and the project administration. So for the transportation, we have the total of 2,000, for which it covers the delivery of all materials to the project site. Meanwhile, the project administration includes community orientation materials, the documentation and printing, and water quality testing to ensure the safety and sustainability of the project. So it covers the subtotal of 3,000 pesos. And lastly, we allocated the total of 3,000, which is the 10% of the estimated project cost. So it is for the contingency fund or for any unexpected expenses during the implementation of our project too big. So overall, the estimated project cost is 37,600. So these costs are based on current market price from reliable suppliers and may vary depending on the location and the market condition. So with this budget, we believe Project Too Big is both practical and financial feasible for the community, especially if the government will fund for our project. So that's all for the project requirements. Thank you.
Implementing this water system comes with a variety of operational and logistical hurdles. Here is a breakdown of the primary issues encountered and anticipated across the project life cycle. Number one is the budget constraints. Available funds may be insufficient to cover the cost of materials, labor, transportation, and unforeseen expenses. So, that means that limited funding may not be enough to cover the cost of materials, labor, transportation, and unexpected expenses. If the budget runs short, the project may be delayed or some planned improvements may need to be reduced. Number two is the material procurement. Delays in the delivery or availability of construction materials, plumbing supplies, or the Jetmatic pump may affect the implementation schedule. That means that construction materials, plumbing supplies, or the Jetmatic pump may not arrive on time or may become unavailable. These delays can slow down the project's progress and affect the implementation schedule. Number 3, power interruptions. Since the Jetmatic pump relies on the electricity, frequent power outages may temporarily disrupt the community's water supply. So that means that frequent power outages can temporarily stop the water supply, making it difficult for the community to access water when needed. Number 4, maintenance challenges. Inadequate routine maintenance may reduce the system's efficiency, increase repair costs, and lead to service interruptions. So that means the water system requires regular inspection and maintenance to work properly. Without proper care, equipment may wear out faster, leading to breakdowns, high repair costs, and interruptions in water service. Number 5, community participation. Insufficient involvement of residents in project implementation and maintenance may affect the long-term sustainability of the water system. The success of the project depends on the support and involvement of community members. If the residents do not participate in maintaining and protecting the system, its long-term sustainability and effectiveness may be affected. Number 6, groundwater monitoring. Insufficient involvement of residents in project implementation and maintenance may affect the long-term sustainability of the water system. The quality and amount of the groundwater should be checked regularly to ensure it remains safe for household use. Monitoring also helps prevent overuse of the water source and ensures a reliable water supply for the future.